Hey True Believers, it's Englentine here with a review of Batman, The Dark Prince Charming, Chapter 1. And let's see, okay, straight away, I love the painting. And this is all throughout. There's really some good painting art throughout the book. I have to commend it for that. And I'll talk a little bit more about it. So, what to say about this other than... I don't know. Should we talk about the negative or the positive first? I mean, I already talked about the art, and it looks really nice. And like I said, I'm going to get more to it. But part of this is it does not need to be 2 books, much less 65 pages. Maybe 2 books a little shorter, okay. But we're going to go through a beginning here. And it shows, of course, Joker has a little girl. And then it does one of those flashback. Although it flashes back way too far. I mean, there's just way too much here without it giving us any new information. And that's possibly the biggest problem that this book has. So anyway, the premise is this, and we're going to find out as we go, and I know the pictures won't always match the words, and I apologize here. But what's going on is the book starts off, and it's a diamond heist. We find out that Joker had kind of jumped in front of Catwoman. She was trying to steal a necklace, but he wanted to steal it for Harley Quinn because it's her birthday. And so we really start the book with a chase. Well, here's the problem. The chase can be cut out. If you cut out this entire chase and started with the birthday party for Harley Quinn, you would get all of the information you would need. Because it would start off with him saying it's her birthday, he wanted to get her a nice gift, a guy mouths off to the Joker, so he takes his teeth out to give as a necklace to Harley Quinn. She gets mad. She points to a news story that says there's a bigger, better necklace there. Joker then sees a story where Bruce Wayne supposedly has a daughter, comes up with the idea of kidnapping her, and boom. That sets the story up. And that is all you need, and that is like, what, 10 pages into the book? I mean, it's literally like that all throughout. It really is a story that can be shorter and can be cut down. And then, of course, you have basically a lot of... you got a couple of big spread pages of like Batman standing on a bridge or something looking over Gotham City. And you've got a couple of these. And once again... extra pages not needed. So overall, that's what has me a little bit torn on this book. On one hand, it's actually good. It's not bad. It's just I think it could have been better by tightening it up. And I do like this where Batman makes fun of him vaping rather than having a cigar, and he's like, "You look ridiculous," and this comes from a man dressed as a bat. So yeah, like I said, it is a decent book. It's a fun book. It's well written. It's drawn very well. The colors are there. It really does create an atmosphere. But when you come right down to it, like I said, what it needs is an editor. It needs somebody, and by that I mean like a movie editor, somebody to come in and say, this is good, this is good, this is good, but it's not really necessary to the story. Too much detracts. You know, like I said, I would have taken 10 pages off the beginning or just cut that whole scene down. And there's scenes like that all throughout. But there's also brilliant scenes. There's really good scenes in here that I think are just done very well. Another scene that could be trimmed down is, well, this one. Because it's, oh, I'm disappointed in you, gang. And they're standing around as he's grabbing a machine gun. And he turns around and he shoots his whole gang, which is absolutely unnecessary. Because after he does this, you know, he talks to the midget in the group and he kind of convinces them to stay alive by saying that life sucks. And he and Harley sit down, and Joker's bored and mad. And they learn, once again, that like I said at the beginning, that Bruce Wayne has a daughter. So Joker comes up with a bright idea of, let's kidnap the daughter. And immediately asks the guy he let live, hey, do you know anybody who's good with a gun? Because we need people. So that entire scene, once again, could be cut out. That's like 2 or 3 pages. I'm serious. This is a good story. It just needed tightening. I guess I'm going to repeat myself over and over again, and I apologize for that. I love the story with the hooker mom or the drug addict mom and the kid. And we do find out that she is important to someone. So I like these scenes. And part of me wants it to be the daughter of Bruce Wayne. It's its own graphic novel. It doesn't have to be canon. But wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if it was some way, shape, or form tied to it? And he goes nuts trying to find the Joker after the girl's kidnapped. So we do know that when the DNA test is done, that something was found out. You know, something. But I think, you know, since Catwoman is staying with him and Alfred knows about it, that they're trying to make this more canon. I don't know. I don't know how it is. I don't pay attention to that, I guess. Just whether if this or not the story's good. And that's the thing. This is so hard to call because once again, the story is good. It just needs editing. I don't know. Enrico Marini, they hype him up. He's given it kind of a European flair. And once again, I cannot stress this enough. While I would edit a lot of this out, maybe make it 1 book instead of 2, because it's like, what, 260-page hardcover books at $12.99. Not a bad price considering what we just had a double-sized Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue for $8, and we get $10 Spider-Man. For what you get here, if it's hardcover, that is a good price for it. So don't take that the wrong way. But if they had combined this and made it one, maybe 100, you know, maybe 100 page, if they edited it down a little bit, dropped it to $20, okay, yeah, that would have been perfect. As it is, it's very, very strong. And it's really not a bad price point. So, yeah, my every criticism you've heard here has really just been nitpicking because Marini, really, the action in the beginning, while I recognize it as extra, I hate it when I can't get my mouth around with certain words, but even though I saw that is not necessary, it went by really quick. This is a very easy book to read. It's a very good book to get into. So there's not a lot of stuff here unless you're a critic like myself. And there is a bit where if you've read books for criticism so often, or you actually start seeing things that used to not bother you, but now you start noticing them a little bit. So maybe I'm looking at it with those eyes. Because at the same time I did recognize that certain set pieces could be removed, I enjoyed it thoroughly. So take that how you may. I guess I got to point out stuff like that just because, you know, that's the kind of thing that gets pointed out. That's the kind of thing that somebody might feel one way or the other about. Another thing is like this scene right here with Croc. Okay, so we know he's tearing up the city trying to find where the Joker is. So we get, what, 2-3 pages of him fighting Croc to find out because he heard that Croc knew. Okay. So what real detective work is he doing here? He's going in, he's beating up the guy until they say, yes, I know where he is, or no, I don't. And it's not really detective work. You know, I would love to see an actual Batman story where he's using detective work instead of, you know, just beat the shit out of somebody until they confess or try to make something up so he doesn't punch them one more time. But that's just me. I could be wrong. Now, I myself have been doing some detective work and figured since it's very important that Batman finds the girl because he found out that she has a connection, I am seriously doubting that that connection is Batman himself. I think it's the Joker or somebody else because they're kind of playing it a little vague as to who the girl's father actually is. So, yeah, it tells me it's somebody, but since Batman hasn't come out and said to even Alfred or anybody, it's my daughter, that means it belongs to somebody else. Or she belongs, sorry, not it. So if you haven't been able to tell already, yes, I recommend this book. I think it's a good book. I think the art is fine. I think the writing is fine. It's deep. It tells a really good story. You feel for the Batman. You actually feel for the Joker in a couple of scenes as well. I just looked at it and I recognized, yeah, there were some scenes that could be removed to make this shorter, maybe just one book. But that's just me. That's my opinion. What is yours? Have you bought the book? Have you read it yet? Did you like it as much as I did? Do you have the same concerns? Or did you hate it? Is this the kind of story you don't want to see Batman involved in? Let me know in the comments below. Also, here it goes. If you like this video, you want to see more, click like, click share, of course, because that is the most important. And if you haven't done it already, click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything else, because, hey, cool things happen around here. Also, if you don't mind helping to support us, help us keep the lights on and keep making videos like this, please go on over to VIDME or to Patreon. The links are in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. Help us out. We'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers who, like Batman, stared into the abyss, yet didn't blink, we thank you very, very much for watching.